Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Jason at Trinity Chiropractic. So, I just wanted to make another video today, and I really wanted to stress the importance of why you, your spouse, and even your kids need chiropractic care. So, I know that sounds like a bold statement, and many of you probably would disagree with me, but my goal at the end of this video is to help you understand why chiropractors need to be an essential part of your life and your children's life to make sure that you have a 100% healthy and fulfilling life. And this is exactly where we're going to start today. We got to break this down. When I say you need chiropractic, I understand I have patients that come in here and sometimes they know they need chiropractic, sometimes they think they just want chiropractic, and then there's other people I meet that don't want chiropractic because they don't think they need it. So what do I mean by all that? Well, let's talk about this. What is the definition of a need? So a need is defined as it's something that is required because it's essential. So these are things that you could absolutely not live without in your life. So examples would be food. We all eat food every single day, 3-4 times a day, right? That's typical. You could probably go about 3 weeks without eating before you'd starve to death, but we all already know you need to eat food to stay alive. Water, again, another essential thing. You could probably go a week or two without drinking any water before it become a problem where you dehydrate and die. Also, shelter is something that we need. Up here, if you're in Minnesota, you understand that temperatures can get quite low, especially sub-zero in the middle of January and February. And if you don't have someplace warm to be, you could absolutely freeze to death. So shelter is another thing. One other thing that I put in this category is emergency medical care. Again, that could actually be something you need sometime in your life. Let's hope it never happens, but example would be if you're driving home from work one day and you get totally rear-ended, or maybe a semi or someone T-bones you, something really bad, and you get in a life-threatening injury. Well, thank goodness there's emergency care. They're there to save your life and get you healthy again so you can get back into work, okay? So these are all things that we need in life. Wants are a completely different thing. These are objects or things that we desire, but they're not essential. So in other words, these are things that you could get by with, that you don't actually need, and you could still have a full, healthy, fulfilling life without any of this stuff. What are some examples of these? Something that would be like $100 a month cell phone plan, okay? I understand a lot of people, they want the most expensive phone, unlimited text, voicemail, whatever, all these different plans, unlimited data. But let's think about it. I meet people all the time that are paying $100 or more for their cell phones. Again, that is something that you absolutely don't need, but you just want it. You could live without it. Gym membership. I meet people that are paying $100, $150 a month just to go to the gym and work out because it's a really nice gym. Again, that is something that is a want. It is absolutely not a need. There's plenty of gyms around here that you could probably pay $10 a month or $20 or even $30 to belong at. Have the same equipment. You don't need to pay that kind of money to go to a gym. In fact, a lot of people just work out at home. You can do a lot of stuff at your house, push-ups and pull-ups, and there's a lot of different things that you can do. So this is something that you want. You don't need it. You live without it. Expensive clothes. You probably have seen people, and maybe you yourself have, bought a pair of pants that cost $200, or maybe a pair of shoes, whatever, shirt, things that cost just a lot of money. Again, these are things that we want. They're nice to have. I don't blame you. We all want nice things. But again, this is a want. It's not a need. And the final thing is an expensive car. Again, I get it. We all want to drive a nice car. You want like a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi, something like that. But again, that is something that you want, because if you don't have a nice car, guess what? You're still going to be able to live a healthy and fulfilling life. Okay? So now that we've covered what a want and a need is, I said something earlier where I said chiropractic would fall into the need category. Why did I say that? Well, here's exactly why. You know, as well as everybody else knows, that you have a spine in the back of your body, okay? So this spine is what's responsible for holding you up every single day, for you to walk, for you to sit, all the different, go to the gym, work out, whatever it is you do. If you did not have a spine, none of this would be a possibility. You wouldn't be able to do it, okay? So the other thing is that your spine, it surrounds and protects the spinal cord, and also these little nerve endings here, it surrounds and protects the nerve endings. And again, these nerves go out to every single thing inside of your body. They go to your heart, they go to your lungs, they go to your digestive organs, they go to your fingertips, to your toes. Everything is controlled from the nerves. How your body works is your brain communicates to your body and every organ inside of it, every muscle inside of it, through sending messages down your spinal cord, over across the nerves into your body parts. And then your body parts send messages back through the nerves up to the brain to make sure everything is okay. So why do you need a chiropractor? Why does your husband or wife need a chiropractor? Why do your kids need a chiropractor? It's very simple. And to prove my point, let's just take one more thing that we all think we need every day. Now, chances are, if you were a lot like me, my parents raised me to go to the dentist, once or twice a year. Chances are you do it, you probably do it with your kids, right? So we all go to the dentist. And what's the purpose of a dentist? They look inside of your mouth to make sure that your teeth are not rotting, you're not getting cavities or some sort of infection. They go in there and they clean up your teeth extra good, and then they hand you a toothbrush, toothpaste, and they hand you floss, and they say, make sure you use these 2 times a day, and hopefully you do, okay? So you already know to go to a dentist to keep your teeth clean and healthy, all right? So here's the problem, is people do not have that same mindset when it comes to their spine. Now, I don't care how old somebody is, I don't care if you're a newborn baby or if you're celebrating your 100th birthday. When we look at your spine, the bad news is, unfortunately, you probably already have some sort of problem or damage inside of your spine. Think about it. When you're a toddler, you're sleeping in the fetal position. You might be getting held. You might, as you start to walk, you take a lot of falls and, fall on your butt, or maybe even fall off of a seat and hit your head. All these things can happen just when you're a baby. All right, now you're in your teenage years, you're playing sports, you're getting sports injuries, maybe you played football like I did, get some really rough tackles. Then you go into looking at a student, you're sitting there at a desk all day in a bad position. Maybe then when we get into, when you're 30s, you're at work, you're driving to and from work in a bad position, come home, sit on the couch in a bad position. At work, maybe you're doing something very physical and destroying your body. You can see where I'm going with this, but here's the thing, is that no matter what you do with your life, if you've never had your spine checked, then don't be shocked when you find out there is already a little problem or a massive problem inside of your spine, okay? So just like I talked about yesterday's video, your spine actually should have 3 curvatures in it. We need a curve in your neck, middle back, and low back. This is normal, this is what we need to see, okay? Here is why you need a chiropractor. Every single day that you're out there putting stress or damage into your body, you're going to be taking that curvature out of your neck, leading into either a straightened curve or even a curve that reverses and bends over forward like this. Why you need a chiropractor is because that I've gone to school, and all my colleagues, we've gone to school to help people minimize the damage with this. We've gone to school for 4 years, and then plus all the other on-the-job training and special training and seminars that I've gone through, okay? Here's the thing, is why you need a chiropractor to fix this problem is that I've had people come in here with these problems, and they say, well, I don't really know if I want to do this. I go to yoga class, or I get a massage once in a while, or I just go to the medical doctor and they just tell me to take some pills, okay? Well, guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Those things may make you feel better, but at the end of the day, they do absolutely nothing to fix this problem. So let's just take a yoga class, for example. And I'm an advocate of yoga class. I have gone to heat yoga before, and I've done yoga. I think it can be great and very beneficial, but to be honest, it doesn't do anything to fix these problems in your spine. So if you have a reverse cervical curve like this, and you go to yoga class, no amount of yoga class is going to help you get the normal curvature back. Same thing with massage therapy. You have a neck curvature like this, and I don't care if you have the best massage therapist in the world, no amount of rubbing on the muscles and relaxing the muscles is ever going to get your curvature back. It just won't happen. Same thing with a medical doctor. You bring this to a medical doctor, they may give you some sort of pill or painkiller or headache medication or whatever they think they need to give you. But again, that medication has absolutely no effect on the structure of your spine. And so you can take all the medications you want in the world, that curve will never come back. And again, that is what chiropractic care is designed to do. we help people restore their spine back to the normal alignment to take the stress and tension off their vertebrae and their spinal cord and their nerves and the discs, okay? So that's just one example of why you need a chiropractor. Another example would be this. So when we look at your spine from the front, instead of having curves to it, it actually should be perfectly straight up and down like this. Now, again, chances are very, very high, if you've never had your spine checked, is that somewhere through time you've developed a crooked spine or put a kink in your spine like you see I'm doing here. Now what's the problem with this is that this is going to pinch the nerves, it's going to affect the spine in this area, meaning the discs and the vertebrae are going to become affected, and it may even affect the muscles around the spine. Lots of different things are happening here. Again, here's the problem. You have this going on and you think I'm going to the yoga class and that's going to fix it. Well, again, I hate to tell you this, but somebody has to. And this is not fixing, yoga is not fixing this at all. There's no amount of yoga that is going to help you straighten that back out. Same thing with massage therapists. You may get an amazing massage here and you might get off the table feeling good for a day or two or three, but you have a problem in your neck, a structural problem from your spine that no amount of massaging can take care of. And the third thing too is the medications. Again, if you go to the doctor with this, no amount of a medication can fix this problem. The only person that has the training and the special techniques to do this is a chiropractor, which is exactly what we do here in the office. We help people decrease and reduce the amount of damage that we find in their spine. By doing this, we help take stress and damage off of the nerves. We help restore the muscles to being more balanced so they're not out of balance, causing other problems. And also by restoring your cervical curvature, we're taking extra stress and damage off your vertebrae and discs, helping either slow down or prevent deterioration and degeneration. And so, going back into the wants versus the needs, again, some people may think they don't want chiropractic. Well, that's because they don't understand what chiropractic is. Some people want chiropractic, but they tell me they can't afford chiropractic or they don't have the time, yet they can afford a $100 cell phone plan, or they can afford $100 at the gym, or they can afford $100 to go to the bar and get drunk. But let's get serious, you don't need those things either. Chiropractic is an absolutely essential thing in your body if you want good health. If you want to stay healthy and be 60 or 70 or 80 years old and being able to get out of bed and go and do whatever you want throughout the day and go play with your kids or grandkids, and you want to make sure your body's functioning and healing at 100%, that is why chiropractic is a need and not a want.